who are you and what do you teach?
My name is Michael Loughlin. I teach history and political theory and American foreign policy here at Ohio Northern University and have been doing that for 23 years.
So what courses specifically do you teach?
I teach Western Political Thought 1 and 2. I teach American foreign policy. I teach all the modern Europe, and that goes back to, theoretically, the Treaty of Westphalia all the way up to the Holocaust, post-World War II, Cold War, modern Europe, Hitler, the rise of Nazism, fascism, Holocaust in film. And I've taught classes on the history of the American environmental movement, but that's been a while back. But that's the range.
Okay. And what are your research interests?
Well, in research, I've been especially interested here in ONU in various interpretations and criticisms of American foreign policy and our national security complex, why it functions, how it functions, why it's sometimes not functioning. That's what I've been stressing here at ONU, but my long-term research interests in European history have to do with something called French fascism, the origins of fascism, and the what I call the political convergences at the extreme ends of the political spectrum, where you get various socialists, communists, anarchists, as well as extremely conservative, radicalized people who seem to be instrumental in the creation of fascist movements in most of the fascist movements in Europe between the wars.
Okay. And you're also the leading force behind Phi Beta Delta. Could you explain that a little bit?
15 years ago, when I got back from sabbatical at the University of California, Berkeley, the powers that be at ONU, the vice president for academic affairs and the assistant vice president and people from the law college and our own department here, gave me the position of Phi Beta Delta coordinator, which I had no idea what it would be, but it turned out to be a job or function to create events that were tied to something called the International Forum. And in the past 15 years, we've done well over 100 of these events. Some of them are probably not memorable. Some of them involve purely student presentations about their overseas trips, which are really fun, and the students like them. And then we get our own professors here from the department who have visited places like China or Tajikistan or have done research on particular topics, presented their own special interests, maybe on Darfur or something like that. We get professors that talk about Hungary, talk about Canada, talk about other things. And we also recruit experts from outside of ONU, sometimes from abroad, sometimes from other universities, sometimes from Washington, and we get these experts to come to ONU and present to the whole campus. And in theory, Phi Beta Delta is supposed to bring all 5 colleges together on international issues, international research, international education experiences. And sometimes we really do a good job on that, and sometimes we could do better. But it's the one honorary fraternity here at ONU that has as its mission to bring all 5 colleges together.
And this year you received good news about Phi Beta Delta.
This year, this was the second time in 9 years we were the outstanding Midwestern chapter. It's called Gamma Upsilon. And this year, along with that award, which was our second award, as a regional winner, we were named the outstanding Phi Beta Delta chapter in the U.S., and that includes the world because they've got chapters in Europe, South America, Central America, Africa, and I'm not sure about Asia or Australia, possibly.
Great. How else do you work with students? How do you provide students a chance to sometimes get off campus and do research and writing and presenting?
What I usually do is try to get students to present on campus their travel experiences and their studying abroad. Also, if I've got a good student who's done some research, we try to get them into the local social science sort of essay contests or make a presentation on campus. And there's sometimes honors programs that students can use. But last year, and in the past, we've gone on conferences to places like Cincinnati Council on World Affairs, which we were a member of for years. And we've been trying to branch out because the Cincinnati Council lost the ability to entertain our professors and students the way we were accustomed. So we've been trying to create another alternative or find another alternative. And we've created or have tried to create something called the Northwest Ohio International Affairs Consortium. And this year we are affiliating with a group that is called the Ohio Government and Economic Consortium, or something like that. And next year we hope to go to a conference in the early part of the fall. Later this year, we are scheduled to take 5 students to Walsh University, I believe it's in Akron, and they're going to present papers on American foreign policy and international relations. Well, I guess that's it.
All right, thanks very much.
Okay.